Hello, today for this tech tip to do is Padlet. Padlet is a super nifty, cool resource because it is quite literally a interactive digital bulletin board. So again, in your search bar, go ahead and search Padlet. And I personally use Google Chrome, but you can use any search engine to find it. So that website is going to be padlet.com. Now I already currently have an account, but it's super simple and easy to create. For example, I'm actually going to come up here and log myself out. And I'm going to log in. So here is where you're going to log in. You can log in using a Google account, Microsoft account, Apple account, or just in general using a username and then a password. So for those of you who might have a G Suite for Education account, you would log in with the Google account. You can obviously log in with your Apple ID account, and then as well as your Microsoft account as well. And then quite literally all you do is you just click login. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video really briefly so I can log myself back in. All right, we're back at it. So as you can see, I currently have 2 Padlets created. So this bookmarks Padlet here, actually this is one that once you create a Padlet account, it creates this bookmark account. So this is going to be the one that I'm going to modify and show you today. So for this, I'm going to come over here and see these 3 little dots right next to your photo. You're going to go ahead and click that. This is where you can come in and you can do many different things, okay? So for example, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click modify. So what modify does is allows you to change the title of your Padlet. And for this, we are going to do recognition, okay? So this is going to be Miss C's, because that's what they call me, recognition form. Yeah. And then the description, you do not have to have one. Some people recommend that, like, this is where you can put those instructions. If I can't think of any instructions, I literally put instructions here so that it reminds me to go back later to do that. Now for icons, you can come in here and you can add different emojis, which is pretty cool in my opinion. And so for this one, I'm going to use this emoji. Yeah. Ooh, let's keep work. So I'm going to click that back button. Now for wallpaper, you can change the wallpaper. You can change it from solid colors. So let's do this. Ooh, there's pastels. Look at that. All right, I'm going to choose this gray, for example, okay? So I'm going to click save just to show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like, okay? Now I'm going to go back to those 3 dots, down to modify. I'm going to change the wallpaper again. Let's go to gradients. Let's show you what gradients look like. So there's quite a few. I'm going to choose this one, go back, save, click out. So that's what a gradient might look like. Again, 3 dots, modify, wallpaper. Let's go to textures and patterns. So I personally really like this one because as facts, you can do different things. So if I am teaching about, you know, interior design, I might want to use this blueprint background. Pretty cool, huh? It literally looks like a blueprint. So again, 3 dots, modify, wallpaper. This is my personal favorite one, is the pictures. So for this Padlet, I like to use all different ones, but for this specifically, I'm going to use the notebook. So in here, where it says address, right here, you can change this, and I'm actually going to put recognition because that's what they're doing. You do not have to modify that, but that's totally your choice. You can choose that color scheme. So this is the light version. This is the dark version, which I would assume, yes. Okay. So this is for the actual Padlet itself, for those digital sticky notes. So you can choose what color those are, which I will go more into detail here in a moment. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. Here's a big thing that I have found. Sometimes students can be difficult. And so I would always turn on filter profanity just in case. And that way, you can count against them, and that it doesn't, clearly show. I've never ran into this issue, but I've always turned this on no matter what. You can require approval, which would require you as the teacher to view those submissions, and then approve them to be posted. I don't always do that personally. You can allow for commenting, you can allow for different reactions. I tend to, if I do any, I tend to do this like or the vote personally. But for this, I might just do the like because it's for recognition and we don't need anybody giving us a thumbs down or a bad star rating for that. You can also turn on the attribution. So this would display author's name above like each post. For this recognition, I want it to be anonymous, so I'm going to keep that off. You can change the font. However, I truly prefer either this font or this font. And so for this one, I'm going to go ahead and choose that second option. So I'm going to go ahead and click save. I'm going to close out of it. Okay, so in order to start a Padlet, or to start, a note, you're going to come down here and you're going to click this little plus sign. Okay, so title, I'm going to say thank you, and then I'm going to write something. Thank you, Miss C, for creating this video. Okay. So some really, really cool things that you can actually do is you can enter a URL for a image, a video from YouTube. If you have a document on your Google Drive that you need to link, let's say, for example, you have a worksheet for them to do on your Google Drive. You can link that in here. You can link articles, blogs, etc. You can also search the web for images, videos, GIFs, all different things. Go ahead and close that. You can take photos, you can upload photos, and if you click these three dots here, it gives you even more options, which is really nifty. So there's the first one, and then you can move this around, which is really awesome. Oh no, it won't let me move it around. But I promise you, you can move it around. So then let's create this other one. Okay, let's do, wow, amazing work. Appreciate you, adorable. So then again, I'm going to click on this. You can bold, italicize, strike through, link, highlight. You can, and then all these different options. You can add in a quote, a code, any math. You can do bullets, you can do numbers, etc. So again, in the upper right-hand side, I'm going to go to the 3 dots. I'm going to scroll down, and this actually is not the one I'm looking for. I'm sorry. I'm looking for the Padlet itself, the post action. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And you can copy a post. And you can copy to a new Padlet, or you can copy to this Padlet itself. So let's go ahead and do that. So now it's made 2 copies of it in case if you wanted that. So there's all different really cool ways that you can go in here and add to things. You can create, once you're ready to share this, you can create a link for it here. You can get a QR code. Nowadays, if you are like in middle school or high school, I highly recommend always having a QR code on your stuff. But that's just my personal opinion. You can send an email or share to Google Classroom itself. And then you can also export this as well. And let's say you have a cooperating teacher or your professor might need to be on here. You can click Add Members and then type in their email address here. So that is a very short, quick video on Padlet. This is the free version. There are paid versions out there. I do recommend, if you love this application, look into it, but it's not for everyone. But yes, there are some paid versions out there for teachers, and I highly encourage you to check this one out. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this Padlet tip.